CAF scripted the thing to favor Morocco to win. The image you've created about football now is not pleasant, and African football has not been pleasant to the Western world and to everyone else for ages. Senegal has been stripped off as the winners of the just ended African Cup of Nations. Now, before we get into the details, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Turn on your post notifications for all H Studios and stay tuned for more videos. Now, Senegal has been stripped off as the champions of the just ended African Cup of Nations after an appeal which was made by the Moroccan national team. The final of the just ended African Cup of Nations was between Senegal and Morocco. Now, during the final, a situation happened which made the just ended Cup of Nations final a famous one. Now, this became famous for the wrong reasons. In the just ended final, Senegal had a goal disallowed, which then after that, Morocco had a penalty given, which was a clear penalty situation, but then emotions were up due to the goal that was disallowed by the referee for Senegal. Now, after this situation, the Senegalese players decided to forfeit the match. They actually left the pitch, leaving the Moroccan players alone on the pitch. After a while, the captain of the Senegalese national team, Sadio Mane, who plays for Al Nassr now, called his players back onto the pitch. After the situation, Morocco went ahead to miss the penalty, which led to the game continuing, giving the opportunity to Senegal to win the game by a goal to nil. Now, after this situation, Senegal got crowned the champions, and then Morocco appealed to Confederation of African Football, which is the governing body of African football. Now, the board that sat on the case has released a statement on Tuesday, 17th of March. Now, in this statement, it is clearly stating that Morocco has now been crowned the champions of the just ended African Cup of Nations due to the fact that Senegal walked off the pitch, which is deemed as a forfeit. Now, I would read you the statement that was released by the Confederation of African Football. I have the statement here, which has been headed as CAF Appeal Board Media Statement. Now, it says, the Confederation Africaine de Football, CAF, Appeal Board decided today, in application of Article 84 of the regulations of CAF African Cup of Nations, Afcon, the Senegal national team is declared to have forfeited the final match of the Total Energies CAF African Cup of Nations, Afcon Morocco 2025, with the results of the match being recorded as 3-0 in favor of Fédération Royale Marocaine de Football. On the appeal by the FRMF regarding the application of Articles 82 and 84 of the regulations of the CAF African Cup of Nations, AFCON. Technically, all they're trying to say is they have accepted the appeal that was lodged by the Moroccan Football Federation and has stripped the trophy off the Senegal national team. So now, Morocco is the new African champions. Now, after this was released, social media has reacted differently to it. People in Africa, people around the world has reacted different to it. This actually became a world news because the final became famous. The final was famous, and I think it became famous for the wrong reasons due to whatever happened on the pitch on the final day. Now we have people having loads of comments about the situation, people reacting different to it. We have the likes of KSI reacting to it. A whole lots of people, Jamie Carragher. I mean, Jamie Carragher dropped a subtle meme to the thing, but we know it was that he was talking about because prior to the competition, Jamie Carragher made a statement about the African Cup of Nations, which rained backlashes upon himself. He later apologized, but then I think what he has posted now today is in reply to the statement that was released by the Confederation of African Football. Now I'll move on to read you some of the comments which were given by people after the release of the statement. There has been jubilation on the streets of Morocco. People are celebrating on the streets of Morocco. Players from the Senegal national team are posting their trophies and the flyers that were posted after their win. But then personally, I think this is not needed. This is bringing a dent on the name of football. This is putting a dent on the name of football and African football in general. I think whatever happened on the pitch was a referee's decision. It was a referee's flaw. Let it slide. The game has ended. Let it go. Because personally, I feel the referee should have waited for the Senegalese goal to be checked by VAR, but he didn't. This is due to the fact that he whistled before the ball went into the net, which shouldn't be the case. So all of that I feel that is the genesis of all of this. So I think the CAF Confederation, the CAF board should have just let this slide. Let Senegal have the trophy. Morocco can have another shot next year. They could, because I mean, this is creating a whole lot of conversation. It's creating a fuss which is not needed. Personally, this is not needed. In this time where we are approaching the World Cup season, this is bringing a dent on football. This is in no point a justification of whatever. I feel, let it slide. Let it slide, man. CAF, you've ruled. I understand. You have rules and regulations that govern the body, but let it slide, man. For this second, for this moment, if you let this slide, there is nothing that is going to happen. There's been months. It's been months since Senegal had the trophy. They've had a trophy celebration parade. They've done whatever they want to do with the trophy. Giving it to Morocco now doesn't give you any better reputation. That's what I said. It doesn't give you any better reputation. I am telling you, this is not what is needed. Stripping Senegal off the trophy is not what is going to give you the reputation you need. But anyways, people are reacting different to it. KSI commented, but like, what is the point? Because actually, what is the point? Going to give Morocco the trophy at this time doesn't change anything. Nothing changes. Senegal has been the winners. People know Senegal as the trophy winners. Giving it to Morocco. So what? Are you going to have a new celebration for them? Are you going to have a new trophy handing ceremony to them? No. All of this is a waste of time. It's actually a waste of time. You could have done better, man. I think CAF could have done better. Because what at all is this trophy you're going to give to Morocco do? I've seen the Moroccan players jubilate. Yeah, it's their country. Yes, it's their trophy. They won it. They fought for it. They got to the final. They played good football. But the situation surrounding the whole trophy, handing the whole final and all of that is a disgrace. It is a disgrace. Mate, if I start talking, I won't end it. It's been a whole lot of mixed reactions on social media, likes of KSI. People are even saying that there was a script laid down for Morocco approaching the final, because during the time this guy missed the penalty in the final game, a goal was displayed. It was displayed as goal on the screens in the stadium, which people were claiming they had everything scripted to favor Morocco. Now this is affirming everything people were saying, that CAF scripted the thing to favor Morocco to win. Whatever has happened now, it is affirming the fact that it's affirming the stories people have been saying, that CAF scripted the thing to be in Morocco's favor since it was being hosted on their grounds. This one is from Ben. Ben says, Senegal won on the field, Morocco won in the boardroom. Absolutely true. Senegal won on the field. It was an absolute great game. Their goal was a great goal. The Senegalese goal was a great goal. I don't know about the penalty Morocco lost, and I think this is a whole thing Jamie Carragher of his caliber shouldn't jump on. People are tagging you already as a racist. And now you're even affirming the claims because you had something bad to say about Afcon before the competition started, and now this has happened. You're posting this meme. What is this even supposed to mean? What is this even supposed to mean, Jamie Carragher? Come out and come and explain this. Because what are you trying to mean with this? I understand CAF, all of that, but you don't need to jump on it, mate. You don't need to jump on it. Because you already have the tags as a racist already. And now you jumping on this doesn't even help it. Because how is it even meant to help? Oh man. I don't blame them, you know. I don't blame the people having a go about this thing, because CAF caused it. CAF caused all of this. CAF caused all of this. They could have just left this situation to lie. They could have just let it die. You could just let it die. Oh, so what? Now you're going to what are you going to do? You're going to make a new flyer announcing a new winner. You're going to do what? It's crazy out there, man. It's crazy out there. This one says the point is you can't leave the pitch for 15 minutes just because you disagree with the referee. Yeah, I understand that fact as well. You know what? I am not saying Senegal did great by leaving the pitch. That was a no-no. In that case, in that moment, that was a no-no. The referee made his decision. That was a no-no. You should have stayed on the pitch to play. But then, CAF coming out to strip Senegal off the trophy is a no-no to me as well. It is a no-no to me as well. Because now you've created an image about African football. Now you've created an image about football in general, which is not pleasant. The image you've created about football now is not pleasant. And African football has not been pleasant to the Western world and to everyone else for ages. And this is the time that African football was gaining its feet. This was the time that African football was gaining the recognition that it needed. This was the time that African football was gaining the respect it needed. And now this has brought a dent onto African football. This has brought a dent to African football. Because what is this? What is this, CAF? What is this? They should fix up, actually. They should actually fix up. Because everyone loved the competition started, everyone loved it. And then the final brought this, it has died out. Let it go. Let it go. That is what this one is saying. This comment from Zay says, justice has been served, but this is horrible. Look for us and all Africa. No, let me read that again. Justice has been served, but this is a horrible look for us and all of Africa. How can you take almost a full 3 months after the final to make a decision like this? Exactly. Decision should have been made on the pitch where Senegalese players decided to walk off. That's what I'm saying. The moment they walked off the pitch, the match should have ended. It shouldn't have gone beyond that. The moment the match ended, the moment they walked off the pitch, the match should have ended. It shouldn't have gone beyond that. You've waited for after 3 months to deliver a decision like this. This is an image for Africa that is not pleasant. It is not. It is not pleasant. And approaching the World Cup season as well is going to be a conversation that will follow Senegal and Morocco throughout the World Cup stages till whenever they are kicked out of the World Cup. I understand that people are saying that if they are not sanctioned, this type of behavior is going to continue. I understand that. Put a fine on them. Don't strip them of the trophy. Put a fine on them. That's what I'm saying. As simple as that. This stresses me out. It actually stresses me out. Because what is this? Mate, this is not a good image for African football, CAF. This is not. But you know what? It is what it is. They've done what they've done. Me sitting here ranting about it is not going to bring the trophy back to Senegal. Neither is it going to do anything to CAF or whatever. But I shared my thoughts on it. It actually stresses me out, man. You know what? This is the OA Studios. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Turn on your post notifications. And then I'll see you same time, sometime. Love.